Reserve Alexandre was always one of the most favourite wines I'd ever made in my days at Geyser Peak because it really takes in the art of blending. So, in terms of winemaking, most of what you get comes from the grapes. So what happens at the winery is really about 20% of what ends up in the bottles. So that blending is really key. So it's amazing with Reserve Alex, we always use the 5 major Bordeaux varietals, so it was always Cabernet and Merlot dominant, but then varieties like Malbec, Petit Verdot and Cabernet Franc were great supporting components to the blend. At the end of the day, we were looking for balance and harmony, that all of the pieces fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. So things like Cabernet and Cabernet Franc were real structural components. Cabernet with its beautiful lift, Merlot softer and rounder. But one of my favorite varieties was always Malbec. And Malbec always had that blueberry, red, dark fruits and soft and supple. It was just a beautiful blender. And then Petit Verdot was always inky and black. So it was really amazing in that a couple of percent here and there you would think doesn't make any difference, but man, in the blend, a little bit more of this and a little bit less of that just had just a really truly incredible impact. So from a winemaker standpoint, it really is one of the most fun wines to make is a Meritage. And with that Geyser Peak Meritage, I think it goes back to 1984 was the first vintage, and that was right in the early days of Meritage when no one even knew what Meritage was. So Geyser Peak was one of those founding members of the Meritage Society, and now these red blends are so commonplace. But going back 20, 30 years ago, blends here in the United States were quite foreign.